A10 and AI agents automate your sales calls. If you want an AI assistant to call leads and book appointments whilst you're sleeping, then I'm about to show you the exact NA10 workflow that automatically checks your calendar, calls upcoming appointments and pre-qualifies them all autopilot in this video. And you'll learn how to build an AI voice agent that confirms appointments and does discovery calls for you. You'll discover the step-by-step process to connect your calendar to an outbound dialer and how to get faster responses with GPT-4 Mini real-time. Plus, I'm going to give you the whole template completely for free. Let's get into it. Today, we're going to be testing out and building out some NA10 AI agents live. So the first thing that I'm going to show you here is an AI voice agent. So if we, for example, test this outbound dial, and I'll just show you exactly how it works in a minute, but we're going to test this out and just make sure it works. So what this is going to do is take the details from my appointments and then give me a cheeky call on my number, as you can see right here. Boom. Let's answer it right now.
Hey, this is Julian Goldie's AI assistant. I was just calling about your call. What's your biggest challenge with SEO right now?
Right now, we need to get more leads, more traffic, more sales.
Got it. You're focusing on increasing leads, traffic, and sales. That's crucial. Are you the one making the final decisions on your SEO strategy? Or is there someone else involved in those decisions?
Yeah, so that's mainly me.
Great. It's good to connect with you directly. What have you tried so far to boost your SEO results? Are there any specific challenges you faced in your link building efforts?
Yeah, so right now we just don't know where to start. We've been watching Julian Goldie's videos and it's confusing us more than helping us, my friend.
I totally get it. SEO can be overwhelming at first. What if we focus on defining clear, achievable goals for your SEO strategy?
So you get the point. Easy to automate, and this is all based on the custom criteria that we put inside this report. It can work for you whether you're doing outbound calls for appointment setting, whether you're doing outbound calls, for example, for, let's say you are trying to get clients in, or let's say you've even got a call funnel where you just need to reach out to leads and that sort of thing. This is quite easy to set up, pretty simple automation. If you actually just want to skip ahead and just steal it from me, then you can get it from the AI Success Lab, which is completely free. Let me pull that up for you as an example. So if we go to the AI Success Lab, link in the comments description, go to the classroom, AI course, and then boom, we have the NA10 appointment setter, and you can just download the resources directly from me. All right. So let me show you exactly how this works step by step and exactly how to set it up. Right. So first thing that you want is to have a schedule. Right. So you can see here, for example, every day, 9 a.m., we can schedule this workflow to run. And what it's going to do is check my calendar. So it's going to run through my calendar over here. It's going to say, right, over the next sort of 24 hours, what have we got going on? Who are we going to need to contact? So for example, we've got Julian Goldie's NA10 party. He's booked in a call. Let's call him. So it's going to take all the calendar information and plug it in. So in terms of the settings here, if we pull this up, we've got days between triggers, 1 day, trigger hour, 9 a.m., trigger minute, don't worry about that. And that is just a schedule for a trigger. So the first thing that you want to do is just add a node, right click here, add node, and then just a schedule trigger. That's the one you're going to select, and then use these settings like so. If you want to steal these settings from me, what I can actually do is just screenshot those and plug them into the AI Success Lab so you can get the details completely for free, right? You don't need to pay for this. It's completely free. You can just steal the schedule trigger settings from me down here, right, folks? Now, the other thing you can do as well is you can actually use your 11 Labs custom-made Pro Voice as well. So if you want your voice to be more lifelike, then all you do is you use 11 Labs, create a custom voice using the Pro package, and then your voice can be exactly like a clone of yours, pretty much. Now, John asks, did you set your schedule by your timing or the key customer country? So this is just based on our timing. You can do it however you want. You could set up a trigger based on the country and that sort of thing as well. So now what we've done is we've set up this appointments trigger. All right. So you can see here for new appointments, basically what we're doing is we're taking the daily schedule and the details of the appointment, and then we're saying, right, after now and before 24 hours later, get all the calendar invites from this particular list, right, from this email address. And so it's logging in with my Google Calendar. It's quite easy to add a credential. You just click on create new credential and then sign in with Google. And then using this, you can easily just log in with your Google, set up a resource, get the latest calendar appointments from your calendar. that's going to say, okay, within the next 24-hour window, let's get all the calendar appointments like you see over here, and then we can use those to plug them into our NA10 agent. All right. So if we were setting this up from scratch, you're going to add a node with the details of the daily schedule. Then you're going to add a new node called Get Appointments. All right. So to do that, you can just click the plus sign over here. You would add a schedule trigger using that. And then after that, you're going to link that to a calendar invite, right? You select Google Calendar and then get many events, and then you're good to go on that as well, right? We'll just delete that for now, but you see the point. And then if you want the settings for this, let me pull that up for you, and we can plug that into the AI Success Lab as well. All right, so if you want to steal these from me. Also, one thing to note here is we've selected return all, so that returns all the appointments in the calendar for that specific window. And for all the settings, I'll put these inside the AI Success Lab. Just go to the NA10 Appointment Setter 2.0, and then you can get the details. The reason it's called 2.0 is because I did previously set this up a few days ago, but I didn't like the prompts that much. I didn't think it was that good, whereas now I actually think the prompts are 10 times better, and the resources and the results you get from this are a lot better than they've ever been, all right? So from here, we've set up the daily schedule. We've set up the appointment collector. Then that's going to go to this AI agent, right? And essentially inside this AI agent, we've got this prompt, which basically takes the information from the appointment. So for example, it's collecting the event name, the date and time, the time zone, and the description. And then it's saying, here's what you're going to do when you connect. Be patient, slow down, wait for the appointment details, etc. So that's the user message that we use. We selected define below as the AI agent, plugged in this prompt, and then require specific format, right? So basically what that's going to do is allow you to connect a parser to the AI agent that takes all the information from here and then organizes it neatly. I'll show you how to set that up in a second, all right? And then from here, we also have a system message. So we have this system message that basically says, like, you are Julian Goldie AI, the world's best appointment setter. Call the lead who has already booked in a call from Julian Goldie's calendar. Confirm that they can attend at the scheduled time. Here's what to do, blah, blah, blah. All right? If you want the full details and want to copy and paste for that, let me put the system message inside here. So that's for the NA10 agent. And you got the prompt message and the system message that you can just copy and paste from me. Now, by the way, if you just want the template that you can just copy and paste and literally just import, then we have the appointment setter agent template down here inside the AI Success Lab. So you can just download this stuff from me, all right? The other thing to note here is when you're doing this, if you want like support, if you want help, if you want implementation support, etc., then feel free to get that inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Link in the comments and description. This just comes with like weekly coaching calls, awesome community, all my best AI agents, plus DM support. So if you need help implementing this stuff, if you get confused along the way, just join the AI Profit Boardroom and then you can get the help and the support you need. All right, so what we're going to do from here is we've set up the Outbound AI agent. I've shown you all the settings for this. I'm just going to grab that and copy it for you as well. And then you just want to link this to an OpenAI chat model. I actually use GPT-4o Mini with my OpenAI account. You could use even OpenRouter or something like that. If you just want to use this for free, then you can use OpenRouter, plug that in, change your settings, and you're good to go. But basically, the main thing here is like you're creating an outbound agent that passes the information from the calendar event and sends it over to this structured output parser, right? So to set this up, like I said, you want to make sure that you select require specific output format, and then from here, select structured output parser, and then for the schema type, select define below, right? Don't select generate from JSON example, select define from below. From here, you've got all this information in terms of what's going to be sent over to the AI agent for booking. Now, you can see here, for example, we are passing the information into the properties, event name, date, time zone, about, contact, phone number, email address, decision maker, etc. Basically what we're doing here is we're going to collect the data from the appointment and we're going to fire that over to our agent that does the outbound dials in a minute. I'll show you how to set that up in a second as well, right? So if you want the outbound parser, details to copy paste, you've got them all right here. Now, just to recap, you set up the daily schedule trigger so that the automation runs at 9 a.m. every day. and it looks at the appointments over the next 24 hours. Then this gets all the information from your calendar and it sends it over to the AI agent, which is going to pass that information so that we can put it in a structured format for outbound dials. Now we're on to the final module, right? Pretty simple stuff. So on the final module, what you're going to be doing is using a tool called retailai.com. And Retail AI is basically automated outbound voice dialer, right? It's a voice agent. And you can connect it to NA10, and it's pretty simple and easy to set up. For example, what you want to do is you want to go into retailai.com. You can get a free trial, and they'll give you $10 free credits. And essentially, you're going to create an AI agent. The one that I used to set up is a single prompt agent. So just select create agent and then single prompt agent in the top right. Once you've done that, you're going to see an example like this. I've selected GPT-4o Mini Real Time to get faster responses on the call. This is more expensive than using something like GPT 4.1, which is a lot slower, but also cheaper. So it depends. Do you want speed or better quality, right? That's up to you. Do you want to go cheap or do you want to go fast? You can't really do both. And so what we've done here is we've plugged in this prompt into our single prompt AI agent. If you want the instructions, I'll put it inside the AI Success Lab. But basically, you can click this link and then plug in these details into a single prompt agent. Ideally, you want to use O Mini Real Time. Once you've done that, you also want to load a knowledge base. What I actually did was I uploaded a document of our sales SOP and our outbound selling SOP that can train the agent on exactly what to say on the call. We do it because we want to make sure that the agent knows what type of questions to ask and what our process is on getting those calls confirmed. And bear in mind, like, this is a massive win. If you're running Facebook ads, if you're running any sort of booking appointment funnel, which I know a lot of you guys are out there and girls, right? Then this is an easy way to reconfirm the bookings, make sure they actually show up, qualify them, and even get the call recordings so that you can make sure, you know, these are qualified leads and you can get warmed up. You could also get the details of the call from your AI agent, and then with that transcript and the notes, you're more warmed up and you're more ready for the call because the discovery process has already been done inside the sales process. So just to be clear here, we've set up the knowledge base. In terms of the functions, you just want to make sure you add end call as a function there. Then you've got the knowledge base set up. Speech settings, these are the speech settings. I just went with the default ones. Call settings, these are the call settings that I've set up. And it's important to put inside the instructions here, like, just be patient and wait to connect. And also only ask one question at a time. This is important too, because otherwise what it does is it blasts like 10 questions to your client as soon as they answer the call, which you don't want, right? Now, the other thing to note here is when you're doing this, if you're going to call them with AI, as far as I'm aware, due to compliance, you need to be careful, right? So you need to make sure you have a disclaimer if you're going to call anyone with AI before they opt in and book the appointment. That's for compliance reasons. Now, I'm not a legal expert, so I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do or how to do it. You can always check with a legal expert. But as far as I'm aware, that's what I know. So just make sure you do your own research before you test this out. So from here, what you also want to do is select from the welcome message drop down with a dynamic begin message. So that's going to take the information from the call, which we've passed inside here. So it's got the details of the event name, who's going to be attending, the email address, etc. And then it's going to personalize the information to that person, right? And the good thing about this is faster than human appointment setter, and it's easier to set up. Honestly, it's way faster to train this AI agent to do outbound calls for you than it is to train an appointment setter. I can tell you that for free. All right, so we've run through all the settings right here, and then you just want to click on publish. So you can see an example here and select an outbound phone number. So you can see we can select our outbound phone number here, right? Now when you're setting this up, you also want to make sure inside the phone number section here, you add a new phone number. So you can click on buy a new number. You can buy it for $2. You get $10 of free credits. So it's basically free. And then you just need to verify it, which you'll see the top settings in the right? So you verify it on your mobile phone, take a picture of your ID. It verifies in about 60 seconds from my own experience. And then you're going to assign that outbound agent to the information. So these are my settings for the phone number, right? So we've got the outbound call agent. That's taking the agent from our agent section over here, as you can see. And then inside the phone number section as well, that's basically it. right? We didn't select an inbound call agent or anything like that. I actually disabled the inbound, but you can see how easy it is to set that up. If you need the settings, let me grab the settings for you and I'll plug that inside the AI Success Lab. And by the way, I'm not the genius that set this up. I learned this stuff from AI Workshop on YouTube. Would recommend checking out his channel. He's very good at NA10 workflows. So from here, we've got the agent set up, we've got the phone number set up. The thing that we also need to do is create the API key. So you need to grab an API key like you can see, and then we're going to plug that into NA10 in a second. Right? So just to be clear here, inside Retail AI, you've created the agent, you've set up the phone number, and you've also set up the API key. And from there, you're good to go. So once you've done all of this, then what you're going to do is go back to NA10, and you're going to select HTTPS request. So you're going to add a node that says HTTP request, and then the method is going to be post. That is the method, because you're posting outbound. You're just going to delete that, right? So you can see this is our HTTP request module, and inside here, we've got the outbound dial section. So what we're doing is we're taking the information from the AI agent. So for example, the phone number, the time zone, what the appointment is about, the contact phone number, etc. Then we've got this URL as the URL, okay? So if you need that URL, let me plug that in right here. So that's the URL you're going to plug in. And then in terms of the generic credential type, select custom auth account, and then you're going to take your API key and plug it inside JSON code like this. So this is an example, right? So you got the headers, the authorization, the content type, and you just put your API key in this section right here. All right. Obviously, I'm going to delete my API key after this video, but I just want to show you exactly how it's set up to help you, and that's why I'm exposing it to everyone on the video right now. Then from here, you're going to scroll down once you've set up the custom auth account, and you're going to select send body JSON using JSON, and then you're going to take this JSON information like. Now, this is the dynamic information from the appointment information right here that's been passed. So you can see an example right here. If you want to take that code from me, let me show you exactly how to do it. So this is the JSON body on the HTTP request as an example. You can customize this as much as you want. You can also take this information and just ask ChatGPT, like, what's the best way to format it, or I want to add this field or that field, etc. if you want to customize the JSON without actually being a coder. Right? But basically what we're doing here is we're taking the phone number from Retail A, and we're plugging that inside the JSON, right? To get the phone number, you just go to phone numbers over here. You're gonna find that phone number you created and then just copy it and plug it into your settings like you can see. The to number is going to be the number from the calendar event, which is right down there, and it's dynamic. The name is going to be the event name that you can see from the calendar event. Same for the phone number, the reason, start time, that's all taken from the event. And then the final thing here is that you need to get the agent ID. Now, if you want to get the agent ID, you just go back to agents, then you're going to click on single prompt agent, and then from here, you're going to copy this agent ID in the top left. That allows you to grab the agent ID and then plug it inside the JSON file like you can see over here. So once you've done that, you are good to go, my friends. That was basically it. You selected the URL, the authentication, added the custom authentication, sent the body, JSON, using JSON, plugged in the JSON from the AI Success Lab, and then you are good to go. Now, as you're running this workflow, you want to test each section, right? So test a step, make sure it works. That's going to relay the information to the next step so that when you get to the outbound dial section, you're able to test it and make sure this works, right? So for example, again, if we go and we test this step, it's going to be a slight delay inside Google Voice or wherever you're taking the call.
Hey, this is Julian Goldie's AI assistant. I was just calling about your call. What's your biggest challenge with SEO right now?
Right now, mate, we are struggling with building backlinks.
Building backlinks can definitely be a challenge. Just curious, are you looking to improve your site's authority, or are you focusing more on driving targeted traffic?
Yeah, right now we just want to get more targeted traffic to our website. We're trying to rank for our certain keywords.
Got it. Targeted traffic is crucial for ranking. When you're aiming to rank for those specific keywords, do you currently have a strategy for identifying high-quality sites to get backlinks from?
No, we have no idea how to find them.
No worries. A good approach is to start by identifying websites that are already relevant to your industry or niche. Have you tried looking for sites that already rank for your target keywords or those that are considered authorities in your field?
Not yet.
That's a great idea. Building relationships with authoritative sites in your niche can really boost your SEO. You might start by reaching out to them for...
Alright, so you see here how it's like actually quite a powerful automation where you're not just doing the discovery process with the potential client and the customer, but also you're giving value to the person that they're calling up, right? Because you can see this AI agent is looking at the situation, analyzing what they can improve, giving them tips on how to improve, and then setting that process up so that when it comes to the actual call that my team will take, that client has already got value, understands that we're the experts, is already impressed by the process, and is now warmed up and ready and knows exactly what they need to do to get more SEO traffic, right? And this would work for any agents or anyone running a sales call funnel. So, hope that helps. And I have downloaded that template and plugged it inside the free AI Success Lab, like you can see right here. You can get it for free. I just wanted to help you. That's why I'm giving you all this information, all right? It's absolutely amazing what you can do with this. It's amazing that NA10 can do it, and you can see how easy it is to set up. Now, as I said, I'm going to have to just delete my API key. So you can delete your API key like so. Just make sure you set up another one and set that as a webhook, and then your API key is done and dusted, my friend. And that's basically it. And then if you want to import this stuff, let me show you how easy it is. So if we go into workflow, personal, we're going to download the template from the AI Success Lab, which you can see right here. So this is the JSON code. We'll download that. And then we'll go inside NA10 and we're going to go to import from file, upload the JSON, boom shakalaka, agent is just set up, ready to go. It didn't cost you a penny because you can steal it from me inside the AI Success Lab, all right? So that's basically it. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to get the AI Success Lab completely free inside the link in the comments of this video. And again, if you want to get help, support, if you want to get weekly Q&As, if you want to get coaching, DM support, and just meet an awesome community of rock stars in AI, then feel free to get the AI Profit Boardroom. This comes with an awesome classroom of all of my best automations, templates, workflows. Comes with weekly Q&A calls, and we're going to be start doing 3 calls a week. So you're going to get tons of value inside there. And it's basically just a community of one goal for everyone who joins, which is to make more money and save time with AI. So feel free to get the AI Profit Boardroom. Link in the comments and description. I appreciate you watching.